let's go ahead and talk about AFC. The matchup of all matchups, the Bills at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are coming off of a very disappointing loss. The Bills are coming off of a bye week. This game tends to be one of those games that everybody looks forward to every year because we know that it could be easily one of the best games of the year.
Yeah.
Take the playoff potential matchup, the 13-second game. These two teams, our two teams, ironically, we didn't choose these on purpose. It just happened this way. They are high-powered, high offense games typically. Will it play out that way this year?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, how they played, honestly, it's a coin toss. The Bills could have one of the traditional Bills games that they've been having all year and suck, and the Chiefs just have their number, or Josh Allen could come out and play the best game of his life and run all over the Chiefs.
So I think Buffalo's been playing better recently. Even though
since the coordinator switch,
right? Since they kicked Dorsey out of town and brought Joe Brady in, it's looked a lot better. So, and coming off a bye, they're definitely going to have the advantage. However, I think the worst thing that could have happened to Buffalo was the Chiefs losing to the Packers, because I think Mahomes is going to come out there with a fire. I think he's going to be determined. I think you're going to see Mahomes play one of his best games of the season. The question is, will the defense hold up their end of the bargain, and will the wide receivers hold up their end of the bargain? Real quick, before I go to you, I just want to make a point. I meant to say this when we talked about the Chiefs earlier. I want to say it now. Brett Veach, I think, is the second best GM in the league behind Howie Roseman, okay? But he made a severe miscalculation this offseason by not adding any more wide receiver talent. He assumed they would be okay. And I don't blame him for making that assumption. They drafted Rashee Rice, who's been one of the best rookies out of the draft. That was a great decision. But I think they thought with Rashee Rice, MVS, Travis Kelce, and, plug and play Sky Moore or whatever, that they would be okay. Kadarius Toney. That has not been the case. Kadarius Toney has sucked. Sky Moore has sucked. MVS has sucked. Rashee Rice is literally the only receiver he can remotely count on. And Travis Kelce, let's be honest, he's starting to look his age a little bit. This is not the Travis Kelce of last year. It's not. And I don't know if anyone else is ready to say it. I don't know if we're ready to acknowledge it. He is still good. He is not the X factor he has been. It has caught up with him. That
making
is
a lot
the
of
difference.
mistakes too.
Right. That is the difference. They thought if we have another year with Travis Kelce, we'll be fine. Brett Veach was right. The problem is this has been the first year of the Travis Kelce regression. So I think that hit them and they didn't expect it. And it's kind of caught the Chiefs with their pants down. The Buffalo defense has been up and down. I think the Chiefs will be able to move the ball on them, but I think Josh Allen's going to be able to move the ball in this Chiefs defense because I don't think they looked good against Green Bay. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen in this game, but right now I'm leaning Buffalo.
I mean, I'm going to pick Buffalo too because, well, how the Chiefs played and how they've been playing. And you mentioned that Patrick Mahomes, you think he'll play his best game. That's fine. If Patrick Mahomes plays his best game, he can do that, and it's still up to the receivers to catch those balls.
Right, he still needs
still
help.
It's still up to the receivers not to miss wide open passes, or drop passes,
because it's really been him and Pacheco
at the 2-yard line. Yeah, that's it. And Rice every now and then.
And Rice, yep.
I think they need to utilize Rice more as a number one.
Agreed.
And they aren't doing that. They're still doing that spread out mentality where they're giving everybody some soup at the soup kitchen.
They need to start treating Rashee Rice how they've treated Travis Kelce the past couple of years. Every play needs to be designing the football to Rashee Rice.
Would you agree that this offense for Kansas City runs its best with a reliable tight end? Like, and what I mean is, like, when Kelce has been injured or hasn't played, which has been very rare, this team plays differently, right? You think Mahomes needs a tight end to be successful?
I don't think he needs a tight end to be successful. I think that they've just built the team around that formula. When you have arguably the greatest tight end in the history of the National Football League, obviously your offense is going to run through your tight end. And that goes back to my point earlier. I really think that is... When everyone asks, what's wrong with the Chiefs this year? What's wrong with the Chiefs this year? Firstly, they are not struggling to move the ball. They're moving the ball just as much as they did last year. Their problem is red zone offense. How long have I been saying that? 2 months now? And we saw it against the Green Bay in the Green Bay game. The difference this season is they're getting field goals in the red zone where they used to get touchdowns. That turns into losses. everything would have been fine if Travis Kelce looked like Travis Kelce from 2021, 2022. He doesn't. He's still very good, but it's clear to anyone that's watching that he has lost a step. It's what happens. The age is getting there, and it was a miscalculation. They didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. This is what happens with players. It just, it happens. I think Travis Kelce might still play another year or two, but he is not the Travis Kelce that he has been.
Well, and he's added a girlfriend, Taylor Swift, who may be taking up a lot of his time. Just
I don't
saying.
think that has anything to do with it. But
so, and I ask you this about the tight end, and I know it's a little off topic between the Bills and the Chiefs matchup, but I think it still follows in line with like how the Chiefs operate.
Hey, our show.
Obviously, the Chiefs operate well. Patrick Mahomes operates well with the tight end, a talented tight end. Would you, as Veach, go into the draft and do everything in your power, knowing what you know about Kelce, how he's probably declining a little bit, showing his age? Would you try to go get Brock Bowers? Would you try anything in your power to try to go get Brock Bowers? Do you think it's that important to get that type of positional guy for Mahomes?
I think wide receiver is bigger of a concern. I mean, if you could get Bowers, that'd be fantastic, but you'd have to really move. I mean, Bowers is probably going top 10, right? So
you would think.
Maybe some of the injuries with Brock Bowers knocks him down a little. I find it hard to believe, though. I think the Chiefs need... I do think the Chiefs need to do something like that. I think they need to make a big swing.
Like a Texans move? Like where they traded up and got a back-to-back pick or something, you know?
I think they need to make a big swing to go up into the top 10. You're not going to be able to get like Marvin Harrison Jr. or anything like that. But I do think they need to try to make a swing, go get a guy early. Like they need to move into the top 15, draft a wide receiver. And I also think they probably need to trade for one. And look, Brett Veach is smart. He knows this. They bet that they would be fine this year with the wide receiver core, and that bet was wrong, okay? But Brett Veach also drafted all these, great rookies, second-year players who have turned this defense into one of the best in the league. He also drafted Rashee Rice way earlier than people said. People are like, why is he drafting this guy? Rashee Rice has been one of the best rookies in the league. I think if they draft a wide receiver next year, a good one, which they will, and go make a trade for maybe a veteran guy, I don't care who it is, anyone. Get somebody. We don't have any receivers. So, yes.
Starting to miss Hill a little bit, huh?
I mean, I think that's irrelevant, though, because you got rid of Hill and you won the Super Bowl. Now everybody's like, oh, missing the Hill trade. It's like, yeah, we won the fucking Super Bowl. So I think it worked out all right. Travis Kelce's regressed. That's just
I think both can be true. So you can miss Hill and still be grateful you won the Super Bowl. I mean, obviously, Mahomes misses Hill, but he also misses any receiver that can catch a ball. Right,
yeah, exactly. That's kind of the situation they're in. But I promise it will be addressed this offseason. Bills, Chiefs, you think the Bills won this football game?
Yeah, give me the Bills by like 3, I think.
I hate to say it, but I think I'm right there with you. I think the Bills have the Chiefs number this time. I think the Chiefs are going to struggle and going to probably be like a 4 seed this year.
What time is this game?
I think it's afternoon, like 3:30. So.
Well, you and I will be definitely tuned into that, watching it. Not side by side, I guess, but we'll be watching over text.
Yeah, all right. I'll probably put a bag over my head for this one, but either way, I'll hear it.